It's pretty obvious that Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver have been released to make the wait for a true sequel to Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum a little more bearable. After all, it's reviving the script from the classic Game Boy Color versions of Pokemon Gold and Silver. But this isn't just a mere port. And it wouldn't be fair to dismiss Heart Gold and Soul Silver simply because it's based on a 10-year-old adventure. Nintendo and Game Freak did a great job rebuilding the 8-bit game with the Nintendo DS upgrades. And the addition of a cool little gadget called the Pokewalker makes it hard to resist. Heart Gold and Soul Silver use the same 3D engine as Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. It's a solid engine that does a pretty decent job mimicking the art style that the team established back on the Game Boy, but with added depth thanks to 3D structures like buildings and mountains. The game also keeps the audio in check, for better or worse. The soundtrack is great and features some great tunes to go along with the action, but the Pokemon growls and cries are still rooted into the scratchy Game Boy chip sounds. Heart Gold and Soul Silver sticks with the standard Pokemon RPG formula. Explore the wild, discover Pokemon, catch Pokemon, repeat until you defeated all the Pokemasters in the region. While this game removes a couple of subtle and basic elements, it brings back some key items that were abandoned. There are now events tied to the system clock, so you can join special events and find specific Pokemon at specific days and times. You can also have any of your Pokemon tag along with you as you wander around the land, something that hasn't been done since Pokemon Yellow. There's even an added region, making it a 16-badge quest instead of the usual 8. Added to the adventure are new sub-games like the Pokathlon minigame events that use the touchscreen. But the biggest addition is the Pokewalker. Bundled with each copy of Heart Gold and Soul Silver is a Tamagotchi-like gadget that lets you beam any Pokemon in your collection out of the DS cartridge. The Pokewalker isn't all that technically advanced, but it gives you something to do with your Pokemon collection outside of the DS game. Because they have to stay compatible with the other Pokemon games, Heart Gold and Soul Silver don't stray too far from what Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum already do. But even if you played through the earlier DS games, the new additions like the Pokewalker are enough for you to dive in one more time. And if you haven't jumped into Pokemon yet, this is a great starting point. Check out my full written review of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver at IGN.com.